is a Bailey Senator Indiana. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. In front of the van you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker you've got your 2 gas bottle tie downs. They're very simply there to tie down 2 6kg propane gas bottles. You can't carry any more gas than that on board the caravan. On the bulkhead you've got your gas regulator. We do have the gas pipe work available here on site should you need to buy a piece of that. That's £15 a pipe. Coming down the side of the caravan, we've got a connection on the outside here for a gas barbecue point. You can run your gas pipe under the van if you wish to and use your gas bottle from there. You've then got your wind down legs on either side at the front. There's 2 of these, one on either side, to stabilise the caravan while it's in use. And then you've got your water pickup pipe, which very simply pushes into the side of the caravan. Lock the cap down in place to hold it in place. And then you've got your water pickup pipe that drops down inside your acca roll, and you need to make sure that it's fully submerged prior to filling the water system up. If it is not, then it will not pick up the water, it will just pick up air from inside the acca roll. You've then got your heating and hot water fluid inside the caravan. This cover needs to be removed prior to igniting anything on gas inside of the van. If you have it on when you try to ignite anything, it will not ignite, and we also advise you remove it when you're using the electric as well. 2 fridge vents, very simply there to allow the fridge system to breathe. It allows the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and takes some cool air in. Behind the top cover on the right hand side, you've got a gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll talk wheel nuts while you're here on site, and we'll demonstrate the motor mover also. Out the side of the van, you've got your 2 grey waste pipes. So the fresh water goes in the front of the caravan here and comes out the side. You've got 2 larger diameter holes where you put your pipe work into, and they'll drop down inside the waste master. Side of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank, so you'll open this up with the key and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you release with the yellow handle at the bottom. Bring the cassette towards you. The neck here turns out 90 degrees, so you can tip the waste away. And you've got a yellow cap for measuring your pink and your blue fluid. Then you've got a yellow pressure relief button on the back of the cassette, which allows the pressure out to the cassette when you're tipping the waste away. On the back of the van on the other side, you've got your 2 wind down legs to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. If you lift the caravan with these legs, it could potentially damage the floor of the caravan. On the back of the van on this side, you've got your storage locker for underneath the bed at the rear. Your battery locker with a 110 leisure battery in there, and your mains power lead coming to the side of the caravan. You've then got your 3-pin socket to allow power out to your awning, and a barbecue gas point for this side at the front, and your last wind down leg. Going on to the inside of the caravan now. As you come in the door, on the left hand side here, you'll see your main control panel. So you've got your main power switch here at the bottom for your 12 volt systems and your 240 volt systems. You've got your interior light switch just here. You've got your gas box locker light for the front. You've got your voltmeter at the top for your 240 power supply. And then you've got your water pump switch on the right hand side and your awning light for the outside of the caravan. I'll show you first of all how to fill the water system up on board the caravan. So you come underneath the seat on the front right hand side. Underneath the seat on the front right hand side, you'll find a yellow drain down valve. That yellow valve needs to be flat with the floor as it is at the moment to fill the water system up. And if that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will drain all the water out of the system on board the van. You also have an onboard water tank in this particular caravan. Now on the door here, it'll explain how to fill that water system up. So directly from the acca roll to the taps, which is via the hot water tank, you need to have the left hand valve and the right hand valve pointing straight towards the outside of the caravan as they are now. If you wanted to fill the onboard water tank from the taps, if you want to fill the onboard water tank from the acca roll on the outside, so you've got water in the onboard storage tank, you need to have one valve pointing towards us, the one on the right hand side here, and the valve on the left hand side would need to be pointing towards the wall on the outside of the van. To run the water system from the onboard water tank straight to the taps, you'd need to have the left hand valve pointing backwards towards us here and the right hand valve pointing towards the outside of the caravan. Once you've got them valves in the right position, you'll open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. Doesn't matter whether you fill in the onboard water tank or directly to the hot water tank, but you'll have all the taps open on the hot side. You'll then come to your control panel by the door here and you'll turn your water pump on. Once you turn the water pump on, you'll have power going to the water pumps, the water pump, sorry, and then it will start filling the onboard water, the hot water tank via the taps. So as you can see, when I now open the taps, we've got water running out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. At that point, with the water pump turned on by the door, you can shut all of the taps back off, and that'll be your water system full, and you can start warming the water up on board the van. Now there's two ways of doing this. You can either do it on electric or gas. So below the seat on the left hand side here, or right hand side here, you'll actually see that you've got your electric water heating at the bottom here, which is a preset temperature. You have no temperature control over the electric water heating. However, on top you have your gas water heating. Spin the outer grey dial to the flame symbol on the bottom right hand side, and a green light will appear in here when the gas has ignited. If it fails to ignite on gas, a red light will appear in the back here, and you can control your water temperature when it is ignited between 30 and 70 degrees of water temperature. You can turn the gas supply back off by turning the switch round to the off position. We do advise when you're showering, like I said, that you use the gas to boost the system. If you don't, the water won't warm up quick enough. You then have your electric heating on the opposite side of the caravan. So this is your room heating. You've got your room heater switch just here, power on and off. You need to have this on for the room heating to work. You'll then spin the top dial round to the correct power source for the caravan site you're on the side here. If you have 500 watts available, you'll set it to 500 watts, then you can control the temperature of the heater on the dial in the centre here. The higher you go with the number, the hotter the heater will be. To turn it off, you spin it back to the off position in the centre. If you're not sure what to set the power setting to on the side, like I said, you ask the site office when you arrive on your holiday, and they should be able to help on what power source is available. On top of the heater, you have gas heating. So you spin the dial around here on the left hand side between 10 and 9, hold down the gas valve, and in this pilot window down the front, you should see your pilot light when it has ignited. Once it's ignited, you slowly release the gas valve, then control the temperature of the heater on the dial on top. Turn the gas supply back off, you turn it to the 0 position, and it will isolate the gas supply. You also have blown air heating on this caravan. So when you initially turn on the heating, we do advise that you run it on the centre position, which is the heat coming out the front of the heater, for a good half an hour to an hour or so to let the heater warm up. Then you can turn on your blown air. So you can put this dial to the left hand, this switch to the left hand side onto this wave symbol, and then you can control your fan speed for the continuous blown air on the dial on the top right hand side. You've then got automatic blown air on the right hand side, so you can put the switch back over to the right hand side, and again you'll be able to control the fan speed on top. However, on the A, it is not continuous blown air, it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the caravan. Behind me we have the fridge. You've got three power options. So you've got the off position at the top here. You've got gas, which it will self-ignite on gas, and you'll notice here when it ignites on gas you've got a green pilot light. 240 volt green light appears when the fridge is working on mains power, and you can control the temperature of the fridge on gas or mains on this dial on the right hand side. The thicker the line is, or the longer the line is, the colder the fridge will be. If you want to use the fridge on 12 volt mode for when you're towing down the road, you can turn the dial to the battery symbol, and if you have the right connections on your car, then the fridge will work as a cool box. If you don't have the right connection or it's not wired up correctly, the 12 volt supply on the fridge will not work, the same as the battery charging for the caravan as you are travelling. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like household appliances, no difference at all. Your igniter is on the front of the oven, as you can see there. Then got your microwave behind. We do advise while you're travelling that you remove the microwave plate from inside of the microwave. Going to the back of the caravan, you have your toilet system. The toilet system has an electric flush on top, as you can see here. You have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat turns for your convenience, as you can see here. Below the toilet, you'll actually see there's a grey waste handle. Now, this grey waste handle needs to be in the open position, which is pushed across to allow the waste into the cassette, and in the closed position when you're not using it. It will also need to be in the closed position when you're trying to remove the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan. One last thing I'm going to show you is where the fuse boards are, the fuse blocks are for the caravan. So underneath the seat on the left hand side, you've got your main fuses here for the caravan. Hit the test switch. If this power switch on the right hand side does not drop down, it means there is no mains power coming to the caravan from the caravan site you're on. If it does, it means there's mains power coming into the van. Down the left hand side here, you've got your 12 volt fuses for all of the 12 volt systems on board the van. So that is the Bailey Senator Indiana. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon again. Bye bye.